Hello guys, it's Gabriel over at Tech-Topia and I'm back with another video. This time on a 12-year anniversary of Microsoft Windows Phone 7. And I want to talk about, has technology really advanced as far as we think it has as far as features on phones? The only thing that I can really think of today is the screen technology, the Wi-Fi speeds, and the UIs have changed a little bit. But as far as feature sets, Microsoft Windows Phone 7 had a feature called Continuum, which is, kind of equivalent to the Samsung DeX feature. I used to use it back in the day. So let's just kind of dive into this thing. I still love this interface, and I think this is the Lumia 620. I don't quite remember. I know my favorite device that I liked was the Lumia 720. It was the larger display. I believe it was a 6.5 or 6.7 inch. I believe that's what it was. This one looks so small compared to what we use today. And of course, I carry the OnePlus 10 Pro, which is, 6.7 inches, I believe it is, or 6.6. So let's just kind of dive into this thing and let's just look at this beautiful interface. Screen technology isn't what it used to be. The camera technology was okay, and I have this thing plugged up into my computer here because I don't have a charger that's nearby, and I had to find this old cable. But that live tile right there, that's from the Microsoft store showing Hitman Go. I used to love this thing. It was so simple to use, and even if you thought it was elementary for you, I thought it was really good for, possibly for older people, because older people, when they can't have good vision or whatever, I could go into this People Hub and I could pin, there's no contacts in here because I don't even have a SIM in it, but I could pin people's names right to the, home screen, of course. So they could have, for example, my mother, she could see each one of her children's pictures on there. So know when she went to use the phone and needed to call us, I had all of us pinned there, so she could just pin them there. And I even created a group so she could message the groups back whenever she would do that. So let's just pull down the notification center, if you will, and see some of the basic settings. They have, the usual, the contrast or the brightness of the display. You can do quiet hours, VPN, media connect, camera, airplane mode, notification lock, internet sharing, of course your Wi-Fi signal, which is on mine currently, and the Bluetooth button. Of course, you can go into all settings, which we'll do. Of course, you had the glance screen, you have the display settings, and things like that. And this phone, of course, the processor is something that is advanced with today's phone. So as far as I'm concerned, the things that we have advanced in is, of course, cellular technology as far as that speed, screen display, and the processor speeds, and of course storage, because I don't even know what this is, and even now we're starting to not even put SIM trays on phones so we could expand it, and this puppy had a SIM tray, or has a SIM tray right at the top, as you can see here. So it has an advantage over some of the newer devices, that it still has a SIM tray, and of course, as a lot of tech enthusiasts say, a headphone jack display, which we're also going away from. So you have the personalization, so you can go and pick your theme. And of course you can change that color, and we'll go with a purple on the front, and we'll just go back to that and see what that looks like when we change from the orange to the purple. And I believe you could hold this down and go back. Yep. And I'll go back to the orange because I kind of prefer that. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I miss this little phone, Windows Phone 7, and despite what people wanted to say about it, they never took the time to even learn it, because in all reality, it was the easiest to use, because you can pin these things on here, you can get real-time weather updates, and it was just a different way of presenting a device. Of course, on the modern phones we have widgets, which are shortcuts, and you couldn't get the real-time display, the real-time information being fed to the device. The only way you get that is banners and stuff like that. When a message comes in, it would flash either a banner or show on your lock screen, which even on this device, I don't have nothing on it, but if I had that lock screen on, always on display, it would show my messages right on this screen. Whatever you chose you wanted to show here, it would show it on here as well. So that technology hasn't advanced much, from 12 years ago to today. But again, we go into all these settings. We had lock screen, we had the background stuff we could change. We could show more tiles and things like that. You can pick your theme, which is of course still the same on newer phones. You have a light or dark mode. Here you can take it in your, on newer phones we call it, we'll still call the accent color. So we could do that on this phone back then. We could do it on new modern phones today. So again, here you can choose whatever photo you want for your background. You could show the artist and let music play while you were using the phone, and you could choose your apps to show detailed information on. Right here, as I said, choose apps to show quick status. And of course you had the advanced settings and things like that once you chose them. So, screen times out, of course, never. You could set your password, would it come on? And, like I said, it's been a while since I used this phone. It's been in a drawer. I just went and grabbed it out of that drawer. And, you get all of your information about your phone. You can check for updates and so on and so forth. You can change your languages and your region, your date and time, 24-hour clock, or set the date and time automatically. But even for this old device, again, 12 years old, you would hit this button right here and look at all the languages you would be able to add to this phone. And this is a 12-year-old device, and you see how smooth this thing still scrolls. I don't remember what processor in it. I'm sure I could go look it up about the device, but this is just a quick video to just kind of reflect on technology, past technologies versus newer technologies. You still had your accounts, and this is just like Windows 10, of course. You had workplace, you had provisioning, sync your settings, and of course this is a good thing. Today we call it parent controls or whatever on PC and or on phones. Microsoft had this kids corner. So when my kids first had it, I set up this kids corner so I could kind of control what my kids had access to when they picked up this phone. So you could put what apps you wanted them to play there and the like, So again, outside of camera technology, processor technology, the amount of onboard storage as well as the RAM, have phones advanced as far as we think they have. Those are the key areas I think that system, technology has advanced. And of course, more modern operating systems or UIs, if you will. But, this thing, I still, like I said, I still love this device. Don't care what anybody says. It was my preference. And, I liked it, so you still have your Wi-Fi settings and so on and so forth. And as old as this thing is, and it's just connected to my home internet service, look at all these, all of my neighbors' Wi-Fi signals that it picks up. It's just crazy, that something so old still has that ability. Not that it's broken or anything, but I'm just being honest about it. It's pretty cool to see that. I mean, you have your internet sharing, of course, that's your hotspot. So, we still have that on phones today. So I don't believe that technology has moved as far outside of, again, the technologies that I pointed out earlier. The devices themselves, as far as features go, a lot of these features we have today existed back in the day. So even touch sensitivity was able to be set on this device, just like we have touch sensitivity on modern devices today as well. So I have this one set to high, but it was only two settings then, a high and a normal as far as touch settings, and I believe it's the same here. You have your wake up display on where you can double tap the screen to wake the phone up. Still have that. Navigation bar, vibrate when using navigation keys, so on and so forth. There was even a Nokia account, and on my OnePlus you can set up you a OnePlus account. There's a rating still here, and there's the Network Plus features, all on this phone here. So you can. There's a lot of technology on this old device that are even currently on newer devices today. And we even have the device hub here. It's a little slow because, again, it's a different processor. So, but when I put this thing in my hand, it just made me smile. It really does, because I just miss this thing. I wish that we could have a choice. And back in the day, we, as Windows Phone users, asked Microsoft to dual boot this thing. Maybe when we asked them, basically, don't cancel the device. So it's just like, what gets me is like, okay, as you can see, this thing still is picking up newer devices. It's Bluetooth, that's fine, but it's an old phone, so you don't know how great that search capability is to pick those things up. And as you guys can see, you see my OnePlus 10 Pro 5G. By the way, a lot of people, tech guys out here on videos that you saw about the OnePlus 10 Pro, you won't get 5G, you only get 4G, the service is spotty. Well, I'm going to first hand tell you that the service on my OnePlus 10 Pro is not spotty. I get 5G on AT&T. So, that put that myth to rest. But anyway, this is just a quick video to review, celebrate Windows Phone 7's 12th year anniversary and compare feature set and technology advancements. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video, comment, and refer a friend. Thanks.